Hello, this is the Historical Commission. It's December 13th. It's the holiday season. Some of us have been festive with cookies by Patty Byron.
Oh, Patty, how nice.
Oh yeah, sugar cookies. I needed a little sugar input before this meeting. So folks at home, here's what we're up to on this lovely Tuesday evening. We'll start with the minutes of the October meeting, which is before the commissioners here. And you all got them at home, and I'm assuming you've read them. So I'm looking for a motion to accept.
I wasn't here, I don't know how you guys like.
You can make the motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of October 11th.
Okay, and do I have a second?
I will second.
All right, now, do we have any additions, deletions, corrections? Hearing none, I'll go right to a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Financial update. Thank you, Chris. You have before you a list of our balances, and they're close. We'll put it that way, right?
Yeah. So I'll explain it. So I had to recreate the spreadsheet. So the one on top is things that we've definitely been tracking in the past, and then the ones on the bottom are other accounts that we should probably add to the grand total.
Correct.
So you see the highlighted, well, the bold. If you look at the 4 up, that's them, and then the next 3 are totaled at the bottom.
Yeah. I think the bottoms were kept that way because they go beyond year to year. It's not a defined fiscal year for them.
So do you guys like how
So-
this is split then? Or
Pardon?
would you like, do you want them kept split like this?
We
with the
probably
totals,
should
or do you
just
wanna-
keep them separate like that.
Okay,
Sometimes it gets confusing. I know in a town meeting, we've had somebody raise the question, oh, they have a balance of. And then I have to get up and explain all the encumbrances we have. Sometimes it's a trust fund that's been given to us for various reasons, and or the gift account that really isn't part of our annual
okay. So do you
budget.
like
So
them
it
on
gets
the spreadsheet?
confusing. Yeah.
Keep it as is.
That looks
Does everyone
fine.
like this formatting?
Yeah, that's good. The encumbered one should be on the bottom. That would be helpful. Chris had $10,000 on historic preservation. TMG, that's from the last town meeting? Is that the money appropriated from the last town meeting?
It would be, because it's new to the thing.
This town meeting.
We would not ever have him kicking around like that.
Okay. I was just wondering where it was going. I don't know whether.
And does it come, see, and I'm not sure, is that our account or is that?
That's a
joint
$64 question. I'm not
Yeah,
real
we
sure.
need to resolve
Between
who-
us and Laura.
ownership of the account?
That was pulled from this.
Since, I mean, we work together on those,
It's
but.
from the general fund.
Okay. That was a petition article, so it's
Yeah,
encumbered, which is
Okay.
good.
good to know, it's sitting there, ready for us. All right, do I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second that.
Okay, any questions, additions, deletions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, done. Okay, demo of 2 West Main. I think anybody driving down toward Webster has suddenly said, where'd that building go? And it is down now to just about, well, just below, I think, what the final wall height will be. And they've been working very diligently to take the facade off because there are pieces of granite there that we're going to reuse on the town common. Lots of townsfolk have been up there trying to get a piece, take a piece home. I think they're pretty heavy. Buy a chunk, you know, so the guys on the site have been particularly good about saying, no, 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 no. All these are promised to the Historical Commission. You cannot have them. They are going to be palletized and They may have even started that today, I don't know, I wasn't there
Well, they've
late.
been besieged by big-time Dudley antiquarians.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you never know.
come out of the woodwork.
So, yeah, those people were sent off to find out if they could buy Spag's statue from Providence, which is the latest rage in the newspaper.
Well, the 1805 house was really nibbled at by some antiquarians that came out of the woodwork to get all the granite and lintels and everything.
So we're good. We're moving right along. The grid has been very professional about having that place closed off, the way things have been taken out and removed, and working close with us. And in the meantime, I've been in discussion with Graphics Unlimited, and I'll give you all a copy of what the sign would look like. So what we want to do tonight
Thank you.
is look this over
Thank you.
and I don't know if we can get this on the.
Bring them up, will
I
you?
think we can get this somewhere here, if I leave it. Yeah, I'll try. You want it facing something special? Around.
It's that camera that's not even picking it up. So a little bit of an angle towards it. Actually, that's pretty good.
Of course. So surprised. All right, so the picture we have is from 1914 era, and it was called A View from Merino Bridge. And it was a postcard that Mike and Linda Brannett found. So we were pleased to get any picture from that,
This is really good,
that
yeah.
age.
It's about 1960, actually.
No, well, the photo
postcard,
maybe.
yeah,
Yeah, because the writing on the back was,
this building was gone for
Post
the,
stamp,
for the,
right.
railroad.
Well, the bridge is nice, huh?
oh, yeah, the wall along that bridge was,
The wall along that bridge
Lovely.
lasted until the 55 flood.
that would be
I remember
wonderful
that,
to
yeah.
replicate.
The whole main street was,
Yeah.
Did the wall on this side of the building connect with the building?
Yeah.
That was the wall
Yeah.
that was over the river?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was all quite nice, and if you see straight ahead, you have a nice grove of trees.
oh, I love that.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be beautiful right there in town? That grove should have been
Right into
retained.
Dunkin' Donuts place? Is that Dunkin' Donuts?
No,
No.
that grove is actually
That little antique place downstairs.
Marcia Stockley's little antiques thing on the corner.
I didn't think it was that much room. It looks like just a driveway between.
That is the road.
That's the road that goes up toward Mill.
See,
Mill
when you're
Road.
looking at
Mill
this-
Street.
Isn't there?
You're looking at this building, that further part of the building was removed. And what we
Oh.
have currently
Oh, I
was
see.
about
Gas
where that
station.
flat, where
The
the
old
pole
Texaco
cut.
gas station used to be there years
It
ago.
is there.
Still
Yeah, there's a
sitting
gas station still there.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not the old Texaco.
So there was a warehouse, they took that part of the warehouse down because they were going to build the Grand Trunk Railroad,
Yep.
and they had to build the abutments.
I see,
And-
yep.
That left this big gaping hole. So when the railroad didn't go through, that portion was sold off and became a commercial piece.
I see, okay, so that's, what is the name of that road then now? That's the, not Village, is that Village?
No, it's
No,
our
Village.
block.
Actually, that's not a town road,
It isn't a town road?
Our
even
block.
today. This part of it right here still goes with the
With
Comm,
our block, the other-
the mill.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
When was the name changed from Merino Bridge?
It is still Marina Bridge. What did you think it was? I mean, you don't think about that bridge, you just come over it, you barely even consider
Oh, I
it.
got the wrong, oh.
You're in the wrong view.
I am.
You gotta get your perspective, you're looking west here. You're standing in Webster, or
Yeah, this is what I think, and what I
looking
thought.
toward Dudley,
You're right,
but the bridge is in front of you. The
right?
guys are sitting on the wall,
Yep.
And that's Merino Bridge. Beautiful arched bridge, but you can't see it ever unless you go down onto the river.
So it's still called Merino Bridge?
Yeah.
Now, these
Is there a
wooden
sign up for
doors,
that?
I don't think there's a sign.
are those actually shutters?
Yeah. There were big wooden doors that you would open up,
And they opened in the middle like a shutter would? right?
Yeah.
Okay.
and then you could load in. Now, I was down there watching them remove this. There's a very, very deep,
Yeah.
like 2-story down from road level, brick walls, arches in it, and well made.
Wasn't everything then?
Yeah, I mean, it looked to me like 4 courses of brick, 4 courses wide. Now, that said, the machine that they had just went dip, 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 and it all fell in.
Hmm.
No,
That's too bad.
it's amazing. So, anyway, this would be an aluminum sign in black, as you see.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want white, I didn't think.
I like the black.
Oh, okay,
Do you guys like the black?
I do.
I think it's classy looking.
I think it's gonna show up on the wall.
Yeah?
It'll be affixed to the wall securely, so that no one can pry the thing off. But because it's aluminum, that it doesn't have,
The value.
yeah, like a
What
brass.
size is it gonna be?
Pardon?
What's the size of it?
It's 18 by 24, I believe. Let me see with mine.
Lawn size.
18 wide, 24 tall?
Yeah. Why do I think that, Mike? Any
No.
idea? That's the number in my head. Don't hold me to it.
That's
Why
pretty
do you-
big.
It's going to be,
2 feet tall.
reasonable. You'll see it. It'll be there, and it'll be more toward the end where the roll piece from the Grand Trunk is.
Mhm.
And I don't think they've cut that off yet. It's marked, clearly
I hope
marked.
so, because it
And
looked
they,
messy the other
well, they were
day.
waiting for the special saw to cut through concrete.
Okay.
They wanted to get that cleanly done. And then you're gonna have a short height wall and grass sloping down.
Mhm.
And on the side nearest the current gas station, empty gas station, that'll be protected. There'll be some barrier there, wood barrier, and so nobody can just
Hit it.
get over into this.
Will grass grow there?
Yeah, I think they'll put enough fill in there to get some grass growing, and it'll be nice.
This is nice, Ed.
Yeah,
job.
it's interesting. I mean, it's coming along. If you see anything that we need to change in the wording or anything that bothers you, and you don't notice it tonight, let me know in the next couple of days, and then I'll ship this off to the grid they're paying for the signage on this.
So do you imagine some kind of little ceremony in putting this up, or
I'm gonna bring some wine or something.
whatever?
I
Sit on the
don't-
grass?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's a cooperative adventure, and it'll be sometime in the spring
Yeah.
before it's really
Ready.
going to come to that point.
Yeah,
But we'll mark it in some way.
yeah, okay.
It's better than just when they come in and take a building down on us
I
and,
think it needs recognition.
yeah.
I think it's important. And I like that the picture's there too. How does that, have you actually seen it on the metal? You haven't seen
No.
it?
No, but it'll look pretty much like this.
Okay.
Be almost as good as the building itself.
Yep. All right, any other questions on the demo?
Glad it's working out.
All right, historic district progress. We haven't had no official word of how things are going, but unofficially, through something else we were doing, Mike had a discussion with a guy from,
I was talking to a guy up at Mass Historical, and the historic district application came up, and I asked him, how's it going? He said, well, wait a minute, I'll run over to Bessie Friedberg's desk and find out what the story is. And he came back, and he said, everything's going good, it's on track, everything's looking good. That's still no timeline, but they're optimistic it has historical.
Okay, it's good to hear.
Yeah, we were pleased to get that really good news some other way than having to beg for information.
Should we send her a Christmas card?
No. Are we allowed to send Christmas cards? I don't know anymore.
Holiday
in the
card.
state, yeah. All right, let's move on to another piece of that before I get to the demo policy thing. It's not on here as such, but I want to talk about the memorial on the town common project that I'm working with Mike, and we were in front of the selectmen last night. What we have come forward with is the state has an opportunity for us to get 50% funding on something related to a memorial to things for veterans. And Mike has scoured around and said, okay, we can do this. And what we'd like to do is memorialize the 6 men from Dudley that served in the Civil War and were incarcerated at Andersonville Prison. 3 of them died there, 3 of them came back, and they died soon after. Andersonville was notorious. It was the Auschwitz of the Civil War.
Georgia
Yeah.
was a death camp.
So we have tried to take that concept of, okay, we can get some money and that this would be a good project to work on. Where would we do something for this? And instead of a plaque on a wall, we decided that we could probably come up with something on the town common that we can then use in another way, which is a seating area near our recently engraved piece. So we went to Mercer Monuments, the new business across from Marty's, talked to Graham, and they had done the engraving for us on the other monuments, and came up with an idea that we could get a 4-foot length of granite, Vermont granite. We could get Chinese granite, $500 cheaper, but we're not going to do that. I said, no, it's going to be Vermont granite. We'll match specifically the marker that's already there. And we will use that as a seat. The dimensions, I got 4 feet high and maybe I don't have, yeah, 20 inches high, 4 feet wide, and 18 inches deep. It's a perfect rock bench. Just enough to sit down to tempt you to sit and contemplate the common. And the signage we'll be putting in there probably in the spring. And we would have inscribed along the side of it, and I don't know if I have I don't think I have the specifics. We're going to put the listing of the 6 men, and we have a short statement that just says that this is in memory of these 6 Civil War Dudley veterans who were incarcerated in Andersonville prison.
So where will the writing go?
Along the side of the
It'll be on the
bench.
granite?
On the
granite
granite, into the
bench.
granite.
Engraved right in.
But it's not, don't think of it as a bench, it's a block of granite.
Okay.
It's a 4,000 pound.
Oh, so it doesn't have legs or anything, it's
No.
just a whole big piece of, oh, that
Nichols
sounds
College
nice.
kids will never be able to move this. We
So
looked
it'll
at
just sit on the ground?
yes, it'll just be there, right on the ground. A solid block,
18 inches deep,
deep,
20 inches
Deep.
long.
No, 20 inches
4
high.
feet wide.
I got 4 feet wide. What's it, 20 inches?
Height, how high it is from the ground.
High. So if you took a chair and you measured out, that's about where you would be. And,
18 inches
and
deep.
just deep enough to get your,
Deep this way.
yeah, so you don't fall off the back end of it, you know. And you can sit on it any way you
I
want.
like that, yeah.
And it'll be, I think, an attraction for little tykes, you know, if they're there, that they can sit up and climb and sit on these kinds of things, and yet while you're there, you're going to say, now what does this say? You know, just like they now see the founding families, this will be another inscription in that same area.
Okay, so you have a cost for all this?
Yes. I have a cost for you. We will be going to the state and asking for approximately, what did I finally say? $4,000.
So that's half of what you need?
Just under 3,000 for the block,
Okay.
and just under 1,000 for the lettering.
Yeah.
So roughly it's a $4,000
Total.
project. Total. So
So,
the state would only kick in a couple,
yeah,
and we have to find a couple. So we would probably go to the Mauser Trust as one option. If that doesn't work out, as I told the selectmen last night, I know a few banks in town.
yeah.
So we'll find another $2,000. It's not an expensive project at all.
It's extremely modest,
Yeah.
but well-intentioned and
Oh, yeah.
the real deal.
It'll good, and it'll match the granite there.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be nice, just, and once the pavers from 2 West Main show up, it'll all start to make sense to us. And then there'll be more signage up there, also done in this form, but not, I don't think black when we're up there, we usually use white. And if we have any kind of color, then it shows up better. But this look more industrial, warehousing.
What's the outside of the new building gonna be?
They're
Is that gray or red?
reusing what's on there. So
Oh,
they're taking
good.
off the facade, they're rebuilding along the original line, and then they're putting back the horizontal strips. That's the way that was laid out. And that's why we mention it on here, that this was a local pattern, and done by George Hall, our local mason. And the Hall family still to this day in Dudley does masonry work. So that's kind of fun. And that was a nice little bit of information to give people. There's enough for them to understand what was there, and then to kind of spark their interest in the Grand Trunk Railroad, and then, you know, the design. Just enough.
Are there any names of the Civil War people still in Dudley? Any last names that are still?
Well, we have these 6 that are there. Oh, you mean current
Yeah. we got-
today?
yeah.
Yeah, we have.
No, of the 6 that are on the,
Do they have descendants?
yeah.
I don't know yet. None of those names rang an immediate bell, but it's the kind of thing we could put in the paper and say, hey, when you're doing your ancestry, did you run into one of these guys? You know, make it a big event before, because we'll have a thing up there when we.
I think, meaning a dedication of
Yeah.
some sort, yeah. And then they can be invited if they're.
Absolutely.
Another thing. Another
An
thing.
honored
We'll
guest.
We'll be running around town all year doing things here, there, and
People get to know
everywhere.
who we are.
That's a good question. I don't know if there is anybody in town at this point of these guys. 2 of them are Nipmucks, so there may be Nipmuc descendants of some sort, but the genealogy of it is totally beyond me.
Yeah.
Do you have the names of these gentlemen
Oh, yeah.
right now?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you just name who they are?
Oh, you mean right here in front of me?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Do you
Mike,
have-
you
I don't
have it
have
right
them.
now?
No, I don't have it.
I was gonna say, we should announce it, so maybe someone listening.
Yeah, I
Next
think
time.
we'll have a little attempt to.
It's Francis
come up with it.
Curtis, John Davis, John Dixon, Bernard McGovern, Hezekiah Doros, and Jim Nedson.
Wow. I hope
Bernard
that-
McGovern?
McGovern, yeah.
Yeah, so check all.
He was an
the
Irish
McGovern
farmer.
people.
Did he, that was an old McGovern homestead down there on Tufts, you know, down at the bottom of Tufts Hill up on the right on that hill.
Mm.
Wonder if that was related to Mary McGovern.
Yeah, 1860s, so
Mm.
who knows? But we'll do a little work on that.
Yeah.
Now, the thing we need to do tonight, though, is get an approval to move forward with this project with the state, because we need to get it in like 2 weeks. The good news is they allow electronic filing. It's good, because last minute you just hit send.
So we're requesting 2,000 from the state, is that right?
Well, all we need to do tonight is say, yes, we want to move forward with the application for this memorial,
Okay.
roughly a $4,000 thing. 2,000 would be the state's portion if they approve it. And if they don't approve it, then it's on us if we want to continue to find out the 4,000 complete
Mhm.
locally. But I think we'll do okay with the state.
Is there a
on this.
deadline with the state? Do you remember?
Yeah, the end of this month.
Oh, the end of
The,
this.
the application has to be in by the 31st.
Oh, wow, okay.
And then we have to show them, once we get this, where our money is going to be coming
And
from.
they tell me that the money has to be dispensed by June.
And that's not a
They
problem.
can't sit on this money longer than June.
We can get this thing made.
Okay.
That timeframe still makes a Mauser grant viable. And if not, we still have a little bit of time.
So I'm entertaining a motion. And.
Motion, I'll make a motion to authorize an application to the state for this Andersonville Memorial on Dudley Common. And
No, it's Mass Historic Commission, right? That's where we're asking.
it's actually,
Someone else?
yeah.
Hang on while he looks into his
It's not,
notes.
it's an arm of the Secretary of State,
As is Mass Historic.
as is Mass Historic, it's all the same.
So is it Veterans Affairs?
Well, I got it here,
We did meet with the selectmen last night, and they approved Massachusetts Archives is doing it apparently.
What-
It's-
The Board of Selectmen of the Town of Dudley are pleased to support the efforts of our Historical Commission to place a memorial on the town common in memory of our Civil War soldiers that were held captive at the notorious Andersonville Prison in 1864-65. The service of the 6 men that endured the imprisonment should be acknowledged, and the Historical Commission's efforts to secure funds for the project are appreciated by this board. The memorial will be a reminder to our community that Dudley veterans are remembered for their sacrifices and encourage residents to contemplate how the deeds of our ancestors impacted our nation and our town. So that was approved at last night's meeting. We'll add that to it.
let me rewind here. Motion to authorize an application for this Andersonville Memorial on Dudley Common to the State Historical Records Advisory Board.
Okay.
Okay.
And indicate our commission's wholehearted support of this venture.
All right. Do I have a second for that?
I'll second.
All right. Any more discussion? Seeing none? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good. All right, other than that, there's nothing else happening with the district progress. Demolition policy review, I think I want to hold till we have a couple more people here.
Mhm.
Because we had a question come up, and we're going to have a demo request, we think, before us for the January meeting. We were concerned there was some attempt to get this one shed removed immediately under it's going to fall in, the first snow's going to drop it. No. It's been sitting there forever.
It was a hazard
Yeah.
to humanity.
Hazard, yeah. And we said, no, we're not approving anything except that you come forward with us. The only things that ever approved like that are definite hazards, and the fire chief would have to be involved in that. And we said, we're not gonna go through this every time somebody wants to quickly do something. But you know when they show up with a shovel, and it's sitting next to a
The
building.
shovel arrives on Friday and they did, saying, we're taking it down Monday.
Yeah.
No application filed.
So-
They were trying to hustle the building inspector.
We stopped it. So we'll hold this for the next meeting, because it'd be a good time for us to go over that. Stevens Dye House property, I have toured that with two people. Chairman of the Selectmen, John Ruda, and also Janet Blanchett from J&D Civil Engineering, to get a sense of what might happen on that site. And I'm not ready tonight to present it, but we're thinking about how it could be cleared, how it could be rehabbed into park-like space. So as soon as we have something ready to move, we'll do that. It's a crappy time of the year to go look at that.
Ed, what was Janet Blanchett
Blanchett.
affiliated with?
J&D Civil Engineers, they're out of North Grovendale. So that-
Grosvenor-Dale.
Grosvenor-Dale. Okay, scenic roads, we'll hold on, same thing with trees, but I like the idea that we can work with the schools. In between, I'll ask Charlie to check with the schools, see if we can get started on that.
The
Future
high
events?
school, right? With the high school?
The high school,
High school,
yeah. Yeah. Future events? There are no future events. Everybody's having Christmas, good for them. And preservation projects, we're already up to date on it. All right, any other business?
Any update on the map?
The map. The map. He charged $100, and it's readable,
Yeah.
but not very. It was,
But we do have it at the library. You can see it in its better form. It's back in its, or do we have the original at the library? Or do we have
we had the original at the library.
Oh, okay. But the.
No, yeah, we do. We have both of them. We have the original
Right.
and the copy. The copy
Okay.
was better, but the map was so abysmal, saying the copy is better is still not saying much, you know?
Something we wouldn't put out in light,
Mm.
so it would be in the archival room and
A lot
accessible.
of interesting information on it, but not really legible, you know?
Yeah. You have to spend time still with a magnifying glass.
Mm.
Or if you wanted to pay somebody to retrace the whole thing, you know,
Yeah.
that would be.
And it doesn't have that kind of value. It
Mm.
wouldn't be of that quality. If it were the original deed to the town from the Indians, that kind of thing,
Right.
then you'd want to spend your money on it. But we blew $100 on it, and it's in,
I paid for
you did on your own?
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael. But we'll have the two pieces in the library at some point. People, if they want to see it, we can get them in there. But we wouldn't allow light to hit on it anymore, and any more light on it, it'll be gone. Poof.
So where is it now?
It's in the library,
It's in the library.
yeah, but in the restricted area.
it. That was Tufts Village.
Tufts Village. Other info questions? All right, I'm entertaining a motion. Well, let's, before we do that, mention we do have list of meetings for next year.
Yep.
You're all got 'em in
There
front.
is some question about the April 11th meeting, but we've got plenty of time to resolve it.
Okay. All right, so we will meet on January 10th. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Okay.
All approved? Aye, aye.
Right?
We're out of here.